Hello guys, it's another episode of what is trending in the US through the logo videos. Don't forget to like, comment and share. Watch.
Breaking news, coming live from the Middle East. The Supreme Leader dropped a warning, tensions rise in war, peace. Trump is in the Oval Office watching every single word. Iran just sent a message and the whole wide world has heard. Breaking news, this is history in the making. Final warning on the table, every diplomat is shaking. It's May 2020, Stacey, and the world is on alert. Diplomatic tensions rising, everybody on high alert. We are coming to you live from your favorite news desk. Got a story out of Iran, putting patience to the test. Mojtaba Khamenei stepped up to the microphone, issued a public statement, let the whole world know his tone. Said the Zionist regime is approaching its final days. Said American military bases better change their ways. This came out around the al-Adha holiday season. The Supreme Leader chose his words with purpose and with reason. Published through the Iranian state media channel wide. International reporters picked it up on every side. Euronews reported it, Iran International too. Reuters had the story and the AP broke it through. So this was not a rumor, and it was not a leak. This was official policy, the leadership chose to speak. What was actually said? Let us break it down for you. Let us go line by line so you understand exactly what was said at this point in time. He described Israel as a tumor that is coming to an end. Said the clock of history cannot be rewound or reversed again. He said regional nations will no longer play the role of hosting U.S. military bases. That was a stated goal. The nations of West Asia, he declared out loud and clear, will not be used as shields for U.S. operations year to year. He said the Strait of Hormuz sits inside a region of concern. Said America should understand there are some lessons left to learn. This was calculated language, every syllable was weighed. This was the Supreme Leader of Iran making sure his point was made. Now context matters here, so let us give you all the facts. U.S.-Iran tensions have been building over several acts. There have been strikes and counter moves and ceasefire negotiations. Warnings traded back and forth between the two competing nations. In Washington, the temperature was climbing fast. The administration had to answer questions being asked. How does the United States respond to language this direct? How do you navigate the region and maintain your self-respect? Trump had been issuing warnings of his own throughout the year, talking about deals and bombings, making his position clear. So when Iran came back with language structured and precise, the media started asking, was this said once or said twice? Media touch ran with the story from their editorial lane, called it Trump panic and get a moment a dramatic name. But neutral outlets like the AP and Reuters and Axios reported on the diplomatic facts without the added gloss. That is the difference between opinion and the news report. One gives you the facts, the other gives you editorial support. Both exist inside the media landscape side by side. You as the viewer get to choose which angle you will ride. No, zoom out for a moment, look at what this moment means in the broader arc of history playing out behind the scenes. U.S. military presence in the Middle East has always been a point of deep contention that keeps coming up again. Iran has used this language before across the decades long. The cancerous tumor phrases featured in their rhetoric song. But in 2020 sees this feel too different, feel more real, because both sides are at the table trying to close a deal. The Strait of Hormuz carries roughly 20% of oil that flows across the planet. That is why this waters boil. Any military action there will shake the global market floor. So every word that gets exchanged is calculated more. The world is watching carefully, the region holds its breath. Diplomats are working hard to navigate away from death. Whether this is a final warning or negotiating speech, the outcome of these tensions keeps the future within reach. No. That is the story as we have it, broken down for you today. Iran issued a warning and the world had things to say. Trump responded, tensions ongoing, nothing fully resolved. The diplomatic puzzle still has pieces to be solved. Stay informed, stay critical, check your sources every time. Do not let the headlines do the thinking for your mind. This has been your news wrap. Iran Lego in a mention style. We will be back with more updates in a little while.
Breaking news, stay tuned for what comes next.
Now let us talk about the neighbors neighbors sitting close to this debate. Every country in the region has a stake inside this fate. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE watching the display, calculating every move that both the major powers say. Some of these Gulf nations host the very bases Iran addressed. American military infrastructure stretching east to west. So when the supreme leader says those bases face a change, every ambassador and every capital felt that in their range. Iraq has been a crossroads point for decades in this fight, a battlefield of influence from the morning to the night. The Iraqi government has heard this conversation loud, trying to balance relationships while navigating through the crowd. Turkey is observing from its complicated seat, a NATO member watching us, Iran dynamics on repeat. The region is a chessboard and every piece is weight. Every statement out of Tehran carries diplomatic freight. Yeah. Here is something worth discussing on a media level too. The way this story travels says a lot about what we go through. Midas Touch framed it one way with emotion running high. Right-leaning outlets framed it from a completely different sky. Some said Iran is bluffing, some said this is just a speech. Some said the supreme leader put diplomacy out of reach. But the wire services stayed factual through the noise. AP and Reuters gave you information without partisan voice. This is 2020 cents and the media is deeply split. Every outlet has an angle and a narrative that fits. Your job as a consumer of the news is to compare, read across the spectrum and find the truth buried there. The Iran Lego animation format does exactly that. Takes a complicated story, lays it on a visual map, makes it accessible for viewers who just want to understand without the spin machine deciding where the story lands. So when you watch a video with a clickbait title strong, ask yourself what facts are in it, what is framing all along. That critical thinking muscle is the one you need to flex every single time a headline hits you with its drop. Let us rewind the clock a little, give you decades of the frame. US and Iran have been in tension since things changed. 1979 was when the Berlin Wall fully broke. The hostage crisis happened and the diplomatic bridge went smoke. Through the 80s, 90s, 2000 tensions never rested long. Nuclear negotiations, sanctions, deals, both right and wrong. The JC Poet came and went and came back into play. And here we are in 2026 with warnings fresh today. Every supreme leader going back has used this type of speech about American imperialism and Israel just out of reach. So context tells you this is not entirely new terrain, but new players and new positions mean new stakes in the game. Mojtaba stepping into leadership brings a generational shift. The statements carry weight because the political winds drift. A younger leadership and Ted on a different calculation made. The world is watching how this new down unit gets displayed. Analysts are saying watch the next 60 to 90 days. Diplomatic back channels working through the media haze. Whether a deal gets structured or the tensions escalate, the decisions made in coming weeks could seriously determine fate. Oil markets are already reacting to the language in the air. Energy investors watching Hormuz with a cautious stare. A 20% disruption to the global oil supply would send economic shockwaves reaching very, very high. The American public is tuned into this story now. Polling shows awareness rising, people asking when and how. Will the administration find a pathway to a peaceful end, or will the warnings keep on escalating round the bend? Congress is beginning to ask questions of its own about the legal framework and the authority zone. Can the executive branch engage militarily without a vote? The constitutional debate is picking up its note. So that is where we leave you in this chapter of the news. Iran issued a warning, America must choose. The supreme leader spoke, the world debated what it meant, and history keeps moving forward, unstoppable, unbent. This has been your full extended Iran Lego animation report. Facts presented, context given, balanced in its thought. Share this video, check your sources, think before you react, because the most powerful thing you own is access to the fact. Breaking news, breaking news. The story is not over yet.
Stay locked in, stay informed. This one